India's Supreme Court has given telecom companies 10 years to pay more than $13 billion owed to the government. Now, the court had already upheld a demand for overdue charges and interest following a prolonged legal dispute over the definition of adjusted gross revenue. Rebecca Bunton with this report.
Analysts say that it will come as some relief to Bharti Airtel, in which Singtel is the largest shareholder, and Vodafone Idea, that they can now pay these dues over 10 years. They owe the lion's share. The government's demand for these backdated charges and penalties rattled the telecom industry in India. Last year, they were told they had just 3 months to pay. Analysts had raised questions over Vodafone's cash-strapped Indian joint venture's ability to survive if it had to hand over money almost immediately. The sector is generally in a fragile state, largely due to fierce competition, which over the past few years has pushed some players out of the market and has led to mergers. That was triggered by the entry of Reliance Jio in 2016, which undercut prices in the sector and has now become the country's largest telco by subscriber base. Adding to their problems, the situation over payments owed arose because the Department of Telecommunications and operators have failed to see eye to eye on what's known as adjusted gross revenue, or AGR. The companies argue that AGR should just be revenues from core services, while the Telecoms Department says AGR means all revenue. The operators had been hoping to try to get at least 15 years to pay the dues. Under the Supreme Court's latest order, telecom operators will have to pay 10% of their pending dues by the 31st of March next year, and it says that any default will result in further financial penalty. Rebecca Bunton, CNA, Mumbai.